Hey, what is going on everybody? My name is Dean, or as most of you know me, Twisty3, and today we have the most important news that we would have received over the past, week. It's been a big week. It's been a bloody big week in terms of everything, Corona, whatever is happening, but we have some positive news, I suppose, to tell out of the day, and it is that AFL Evolution 2 finally has a release date. So it's going to be coming out next month. It's about 5 to 6 weeks away. It will be coming out on the 23rd of April 2020, and you'll be able to pick it up at your retailers, your EB Games, your JB Hi-Fis, your whatevers, the places. And Patrick Cripps is on the front cover. Have a look at it. I thought this was actually not a bad cover in the end. Obviously, previously it was supposed to be DeGoey, Pendlebury, Kennedy, and Luke Shuey, two West Coast, two Collingwood players. But that was back in 2019 when the game was supposed to come out. Based off the back of the 2018 Grand Final. Obviously, I think Dusty was probably like, unless you pay me $1 million, I'm not going on the cover. So, we've got Patrick Cripps on there, which is fantastic. Obviously, a very superstar player of the competition. Could win the Brownlow this year. Is the favourite to win the Brownlow from the captains. We've got some screenshots of the game as well. I'll put them up now. And I'll start going through some of the new details that we have about the game that I can share with you, and I can maybe elaborate a little bit more on some of the things that were said. We've got a new stadium confirmed for the game, and this is very ironic. It's the Shanghai Stadium in China, so that even though that game is not happening this year, we do have the China Stadium in the game. So, but no, in more seriousness, there's obviously a new stadium, so obviously China, new stadium. So great news there. Obviously more places to play, and we've also got, speaking of career mode, we've got a bunch of new details for career mode. I'm going to sort of tell you the dot point, and then I'm going to tell you a bit more about them because I have more information. This dot point is from the websites EB Games and JB Hi-Fi. They've got a bunch of screenshots up there, which I'm showing to you now. And they've got sort of information as well about the game in the career modes. The first one says, bigger career, pursue your goals with greater depth, now with improved draft, free agency, and state leagues running simultaneously with the AFL. So this is absolutely massive. This was one of the things that I really pushed for, was all the leagues to be running at the same time. So if you're playing in the AFL, you can see exactly what your VFL team is doing, whether they're winning games, losing games, and I want you to be able to see who's performing on those teams. So that information is something you will be getting in especially Coach Career Mode, but it's also going to be happening in Pro Career Mode. And this is a really important thing for the Pro Career Mode because obviously if everything's running together, if you're playing in TAC Cup and you want to push into the Under-18 Championships, that is a thing that you should be able to do. Same thing with if you are a AFL listed player and you're not quite good enough to play AFL, your player should be playing in the VFL. So that is a massive improvement to career mode. The state leagues running simultaneously. It's absolutely huge. Obviously free agency is in there as well. There's been improvements to the drafting and the trading as well. And your player obviously will get drafted in Pro Career Mode if you get there, if you're, I guess, good enough to get drafted. Otherwise, you'll get a contract offer from a state league team. Now we've got a new feature added to the game. It's the Guernsey Creator. It says more customization options. There's now a Guernsey Creator along with the player and team management in the fan hub to create and share your own dream team. So obviously, Guernsey Creator, big deal. It's obviously going to be in the game. You're going to be able to check it out and see what you can sort of create. Maybe you can create some AFLX kits in there. Maybe you can create some of the State of Origin kits or some really retro kits. It should be really cool because then you can create kits that from years and years ago, I guess. Obviously, we'll wait and see what the limitations of the creator are, but it's something that I guess you can look forward to when you get your hands on the game, and maybe we'll even see a preview of it before the game is released. There's another point here just on commentary, saying brand new commentary featuring Anthony Hudson and Gary Lyon. I'm going to tell you a little bit about this as well, because obviously now that the game's been announced for its release date, this is something I had a really big hand in doing back when I was working on this game about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Basically rewrote the entire script to suit the commentary style of Anthony Hudson and of Gary Lyon. There's a whole bunch more interactivity activity between the two of them in terms of talking about various things. There's a lot of iconic lines in there from Anthony Hudson as well, good old Hutto. So that was probably my highlight of working there, was working with him on the commentary side of things, and I think you guys will really enjoy that when you hear it in game as well. It's definitely not as bland as what you might have thought. There is so much depth to actually what we've done with this commentary, which I want to talk about a bit more, but I don't really want to do it until the game is out, so we'll talk about that soon. And the last point here is enhanced online, which is there is a lot going on here. It says play head to head to make it to the top of the online leaderboard, or team up with your mates with connections of up to 8 consoles. So online is now up to 8 players, and you can now have 1 player per console for up to 8 consoles. You'll also be able to play a couple of consoles at a time, but absolutely awesome news. If I want to get 8 people from a live stream together, and we'll get them all playing 4-on-4 or 8v/AI or something like that, and we'll see who can win. That's something you can now do, because it's now online up to 8 consoles. Absolutely massive. I think that's pretty much it for today's announcement. Pretty big one. Lots of features, lots of screenshots. We'll see trailers very, very soon. There'll be trailers, there'll be gameplay stuff. There's also some stuff that hasn't actually been revealed yet as well, which will be coming very soon in announcements and things like that. So you guys will hear about that very soon. Stay tuned here to my channel, and make sure you subscribe, because you're going to see the most AFL Evolution 2 content right here on this channel. You're not going to get this much crap anywhere else, and I'm going to just keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening in the world of AFL Evo 2. If there's something new that gets announced, I'll be the first to let you know about it, and I'll be able to explain it a little bit better than everyone else, because chances are I probably had a hand in getting it out there. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Smash like if you're excited for this game. I know we want to see it come as quickly as possible, but at least now we have a definitive answer as to when it's coming. So have a good one, everyone. Stay safe and healthy during this, I guess, tough period in the world, and hopefully we see some footy go ahead next week. We'll wait and see. Obviously no crowds will be allowed to go if it does, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one, everyone. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.